Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Shalom. I'm David Mencer, Israeli government spokesman for the National Public Diplomacy Directorate here in the office of the Prime Minister on this Thursday, the 16th of January, day 468 since the start of the October 7th war and Hamas's attack on this country. Today I'll be providing you with an update on the latest on the hostage release agreement, and then we'll have time for a few questions, just a few questions, as this is obviously a busy time for us here. Let me begin by telling you that as of this morning, the Prime Minister's office has made clear that Hamas have reneged on this hostage release agreement and has created a last-minute crisis in an effort to extort last-minute concessions. As such, the Israeli cabinet cannot meet to agree this deal. It cannot convene until the mediators notify Israel that Hamas has accepted all elements of the agreement that were already agreed. Families of our hostages have been informed today that Hamas has added further demands that contradict the agreement with the mediators. As of this time, the details of the agreement have not yet been finalized, and the negotiation team is continuing its efforts to reach a solution. The Israeli negotiating team are still in Doha as befits Israel's willingness to finalize the hostage release agreement. Therefore, no official announcement will be made by Israel about the success of these negotiations and the subsequent cabinet meeting until we do not have a finalized agreement. Even last night, the Prime Minister strongly insisted that Hamas fold their last-minute demand to change the deployment of IDF forces in the Philadelphia corridor, so important, so crucial to stop weapons smuggling to Hamas. To be clear, the government of Israel wants to finalize an agreement. We want to bring our people home, and we hope that the details will indeed be finalized. Now, if this agreement to release our hostages is finalized, it will demonstrate Israel's strength, Israel's humanity, and Israel's unwavering commitment to its citizens. It comes at a time when Hamas is at its weakest, and Israel has achieved significant strategic victories against those who threaten our nation and this region. Hamas has been decimated, their leadership has been eliminated, their rockets arsenal have been destroyed, their tunnel network has been compromised, their operational capabilities have been shattered. They are no longer the force they once were. And Iran, the driving force behind Hamas, have been dealt a severe blow, indeed many severe blows. Let me list them for you. Its nuclear ambitions have been set back. Its ballistic missile production has been disrupted. Its proxies, Hezbollah, the Houthis and Iraqi militias have been deterred or neutralized. The Iranian axis of terror is collapsing. Now, Hamas is not just Israel's enemy, it's also the enemy of the Gazan people. They have used ordinary Gazans as human shields, deliberately maximizing civilian casualties to fuel their own propaganda. They steal humanitarian aid and they sell it back to Gazans at extortionate prices. They starve and exploit their own people. Their evil knows no bounds. But Israel is not just fighting Hamas. We are liberating Gaza from Hamas's tyranny. Every strike against Hamas is a step forward towards freedom for Gazans from this brutal regime. Now, we're asked often why this agreement has come to a head now. I'll tell you. This moment has been chosen because of Israel's military and diplomatic strength. Hamas is on the ropes, and international pressure, including President Trump's decisive stance, together with the Biden administration, have created the conditions for this agreement, if that does indeed come to pass. This is Israel acting from a position of power. We do this because every Israeli life matters, every Palestinian life matters. While Hamas dehumanizes and exploits their own people, Israel saves lives, both Israeli and Gazan. we show the world the stark difference between good and evil. Now, this hostage deal, if it isn't, this hostage agreement, if it is finally agreed, is not a concession. It's a demonstration of Israel's strength and moral clarity. Hamas's days are numbered and Gaza will be free from their terror. Israel will continue to protect its people, defend its values, and work towards a future of safety and peace for this region. So that's the end of our briefing today. I will now take your questions. Please put them in the chat together with your news outlet, and we've got time for just 2 or 3 questions. Okay, first question is from David Clement from the News Forum in Canada. Can you elaborate on the terms that Hamas have reneged on? Thank you for that question. And there's another question from Haley Bull asking the same question from Scripps News. I started off this briefing telling you that Hamas have made changes even after the agreement was agreed. Now, the mediators know this, they've confirmed this as well, and they're trying to exact further compromises from Israel. But we'll be very, very straight with you. This hostage release, if it happens, the primary function of this hostage release deal is to get our people home. Those are the most important things to us. Israel has already said that it is prepared to make heavy compromises, painful compromises. And we have already said that. The US knows that, and all the other negotiators know that too. I will not be negotiating live on air, but I will tell you that Hamas have been making changes to the agreement which has already been agreed. Next question here is from Chris Summers from Epoch Times. Is Israel still seeking a complete veto on release of Hamas prisoners? So thank you for that question, Chris. That information will be in the agreement when it is finally finalized. We thought we had an agreement last night. Today, Hamas have been making changes to this agreement. Now, Hamas are a jihadist organization. They are renowned for terrorism and for killing and for murdering families. They are not renowned for their keeping to deals. So when this agreement is finalized, the details of the deal will be clear for all to see. Okay, that's the last question we've got time for today. Thank you for joining us. We'll have another briefing next time, and we look forward to joining you. We'll let you know when that is. In the meantime, for interviews or for any other question, please do get in contact in the usual way. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Please do stay safe. Bye-bye.